Steven Guareno, KO Artist Sports, are here with the Phenom, Vergil Ortiz. Man, here with for the McKenson fight here, March 19th, my birthday, which is going to be awesome. I appreciate the birthday gift.
The next week.
Hey, there we go, bro. We'll go out after and celebrate. Man, we talked earlier. McKenson's undefeated. You're undefeated. I believe this is your first undefeated opponent. Is there something different in the ring, or are you maybe looking forward to kind of convincing a guy, you never lost before, but tonight's not your night?
Yeah, you know what? One of my favorite things to do is forcing someone to feel like they can't do nothing else. Kind of like, fuck. Like, it kind of settles in, and you can see it in their face. You can see it in their demeanor, how they're fighting. You can feel the resignation from them, and it kind of sounds maybe even a little evil, but like I kind of like making people feel like they can't do anything.
It's boxing, bro. It's not you're not pillow fighting in there. You know what I mean? Which is cool. Have you seen the pillow fighting stuff recently?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
I'll send it to you. It's kind of nuts. Yeah. I want to join the league. We'll see. Maybe I might become champ in the pillow fighting league.
Nice.
You talked about feeling the resignation in a fighter. Obviously, you've felt it in all your opponents. What moment in the fight, like, how is it that you feel it? Is it the way they absorb the punches, the way that comes back? How is it that you can start telling, all right, he's starting to go?
Sometimes they don't take it well. Sometimes they'll make some noises or maybe some grunts. Sometimes they don't, like, how do I say? Maybe they don't retaliate like they were retaliating in the first round. That you can compare it. Your body knows. You don't necessarily think it. You just like, okay. The body's like, okay. Now they're not in the fight anymore. They don't even. They're just surviving now, or they're looking for a way out. Sometimes you just feel it.
Just feel it. That's it. That's incredible. That's pretty neat, kind of taking us in the ring like that. Man, I know you now at Manny Robles' gym. Obviously, Brian Castano's training out of there. I saw that video, or at least a picture of you guys sparring. Tell me what you can about the sparring session. I know the guy throws like 100 punches around or something like that.
No, that guy has phenomenal conditioning. I'll tell you that. But it was a really great sparring. We were throwing hands in there, definitely, but we were also learning. We're kind of just filling each other out. For me, it was really eye-opening to. I've been in there with 154s, but 154 champion. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool experience, and I'm glad that I got it.
Yeah, man. Once I heard the Castano tore his bicep in sparring, I thought, man, what is Vergil doing to him in there? But that wasn't you, though.
No, it wasn't me. I'm not sure what happened there, actually, but it's unfortunate it happened. But, hopefully the fight's just postponed and they can get it on another day.
And now not competing for the boxing fans ticket, right?
Exactly.
I thought maybe that was a little, I thought maybe you had a little something to do with that, and they're trying to get them off your date.
I wasn't a part of that at all. But everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah, definitely. Man, a big welterweight fight I want to get your take on. Hometown guy, similar to you, from Dallas, Spence versus Ugas. Great fight in the welterweight division. Obviously, guys you could be facing pretty soon. Break down that fight for me. How does that go?
So Spence and Ugas, first of all, it's a really great fight. They're both really good fighters, no doubt about. They're world champions. For the champions for a reason. But so I would have to give a slight edge to Spence. Not saying that he's gonna blow him out or anything like that, but it's gonna be he's just a fighter that I favorite, but it's gonna be a competitive fight. They're both world champions. They both want to unify. They want to be the champion after that fight. So. It's going to be a good fight, so that's really all I can say about that.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man, for sure. Oscar mentioned Keith Thurman as a possible future opponent for you, which seems like an excellent fight. Yeah. Both huge power punchers, both of you guys. When he mentioned that, has he mentioned that to you before? And how does the fight between you and Keith play out, do you think?
He hasn't necessarily mentioned it to me, but I'm sure he's heard me say that I would love that fight. Thurman was actually my favorite welterweight before I went to 147. He's a fighter that's very entertaining to watch. He's a very explosive fighter. He competitive. So even thinking about being in a fight like that with a fighter like that excites me right now. Yeah.
Man, it's going to excite us all when that ever happens, for sure. Last one, I want to get your take, man. Canelo has two options on the table. Seems like Charlo and Benavidez on one option, and then Bivol and Triple G in the other one. Yeah. As a fight fan, which fights would you rather see?
As a fight fan, I would honestly pick the Triple G one, which is the zone one, right? The Triple G Bivol fight, because there's a lot of fans out there that I'm sure would love some closure on those fights, and there's very strong opinions on those fights, and just finish it once and for all, And the Bivol fight, I feel like that's probably the most dangerous fight for Canelo. He's a 175. He's a very strong guy. Shit, his fucking last name sounds mean, But so I think that as long as whatever the money's right for Canelo, of course it comes down to that too. I think, does Bivol have a title?
He does at 175 WBO.
So that makes even more sense to me. That's just another reason to take that. If, let's say, I don't know. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into play, but definitely another title, adding another title to your resume, definitely a big could be a decider on that. So
you said Bivol might be the toughest fight of those four. I know a lot of people think Benavidez is probably one of the toughest for Canelo all around. Why do you think Bivol above maybe Benavidez? Obviously, we're splitting hairs. They're both great fighters, but why Bivol maybe a little more than Benavidez?
So when I said Bivol, I meant more dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Dangerous. So there's a difference between toughest and dangerous. Benavidez could very well give him the better fight. But I feel like Bivol, he kind of has that. He just 175 power is different. It's you're heading into heavyweight territory at that point. So I just feel like that's why he was the more dangerous opponent. And maybe fight fans just want to see a good fight, and people, it's like when people would watch Mayweather fight, they want to see him possibly losing or whatever. So with Canelo, I feel like if they want to see Canelo in a real dogfight, they would probably want to watch that fight anyways, Yeah. So I'm just trying to see it in the eyes of a fan.
Right. No, and Bivol, like you said, is a big guy. He has a real kind of pull counter style, which is tough. It's not something that, a lot of people see. Man, Vergil, great talking to you again, man. Thank you so much. Tell the fans, man, where they can follow you and see the journey up to March 19th.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Vergil Ortiz, Vergil. You got to spell it right, I think people are starting to now.
Yeah,
so I like
started
it.
to.
Yeah. I like it.
And they could see the, man, you were killing it on the guitar with the requests on Instagram the other day.
I love doing that stuff. It's, connect with the fans, so sometimes, I play like some anime, something like, damn, you like anime? People are learning stuff about me all the time, and I like connecting with the fans, because that's when they like you more. Just some people see me like, oh, they're scared of me because they think I'm some like, I look down on them. But no, I'm over here being as goofy as they are, because that's just how I am.
Yeah, you're the man. Appreciate you so much, Vergil. Thank you so much for the time. Best of luck, brother. Thank you.